I blame myself.
So do I.
Well, no sense worrying about it now.
Why worry? Each of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back.
Yeah. Now let's get ready. Switch me on.
Well, that's great. Either I have a monster in my kitchen or I'm completely crazy.
I don't think I'm crazy.
Okay, that makes me feel so much better. Are you the keymaster?
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
If the ionization rate is constant for all ectoplasmic entities, we could really bust some heads. In a spiritual sense, of course.
Man, I love that intro. What's going on, Ghostheads? It's another episode of the Ghostheads radio show. My name is Ted, aka Steady, and joining me, as always, is the one, the only, Matty B. That guy.
Give me a zillion beers of taking it easy. I'm taking a zillion beers, boys. Let's crush cans.
Oh man, welcome to another episode of the Ghostheads radio show. It's been an exciting, I say, few months or a few weeks at least of this show. We've been doing a lot of big things. We've been reaching out to like-minded, passionate fans, and we want to hear from you guys. If you're in the chat, say what's up. Glad you could join us tonight. And tonight is a very special night because we're going to be continuing our Ghostbusters chapter spotlight. And today we're actually bringing in a group you know very well. We're talking with the one, the only South Dakota Ghostbusters. Welcome to the show, Bryce,
Let's
Terry, and
go,
Pac-Man.
South Dakota.
What's going on, guys?
Repping them.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, South Dakota Ghostbusters, Bryce, Terry, and Paxton, aka Pac-Man. Welcome, folks. How's it feel to finally be on the show? It's been too long. We apologize for taking it so long, but you're finally here.
That's all right. Well, Maddie asked me a while back, but I was kind of busy, so it's good to be on now.
You are a busy guy. We're fully aware of that. Yeah, definitely. This is so cool. So, if you guys have been following us for the last couple of weeks, we've been trying our very best to highlight other chapters doing great things around the community across the country. Last week, we spoke with the Cincinnati Ghostbusters crew, and they're fantastic. This is another fantastic group, and we want to make sure we hear about what they're doing, hear about what they've done, and also just get a little bit of more information about who they are. And Robert, see you in the chat. Says, looking good, everyone.
Hey,
Welcome.
Robert Krimmer. Shout out
Appreciate it.
Robert Krimmer. I'm slacking on this kit Robert sent me. Robert sent me this kit, and I have the Franken Geek stuff to put in it, but I haven't gotten it together yet. So, Robert, I promise you, I will put it together soon. But thank you.
Don't listen to him. He's not being authentic at all. He's gonna. Hey, Damon's in the chat. What's going on, Damon?
Actually, Robert came to SuperCon last year, and he dressed up as a Ghostbuster.
Yep.
To our group.
Fantastic.
Robert
He
is a man.
And he looks like Jason Reitman. He could pull a Jason Reitman.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's good to know. All right. It's not a party unless Amber's here. She says, "Yo, yo, yo, let's party." What's going on, Amber?
And speaking of which, I think Amber Chad is his mom. I think this is her Facebook page, and her son is running it. I might be wrong, Amber. Let me know what it is. Tell us at least your first name, and then we'll announce you as that. But let us know. He's a young kid, big Ghostbusters fan, big Franken Geek fan, and we love that. Gang, gang.
Are you serious? I've been referring to Amber this entire time, and it's been
I mean,
somebody else.
I've been wrong I don't know, maybe like a billion times. I could certainly be wrong, but I think that
I
I
always,
might be right here.
I always thought it was a little girl, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm
We,
like,
Well,
we got all different things that are possible.
it's 2022, guys.
yeah, anything's possible.
There you go. You don't say no more, Amber. You're fine, no matter what. All right. Back to our guests of honor. Let's hear a little bit from you guys. Terry, let's start with you. You're part of the South Dakota Ghostbusters team. We all want to know sort of everyone's sort of story. Either, when did you kind of realize how passionate you were as a Ghostbuster fan? And then what led you to joining the group?
Oh, well, I grew up watching the cartoons on Saturday morning. I didn't get to watch the movies because I was still really little when they came out. But I moved to South Dakota and I went to a St. Patrick's Day parade and I saw the team walking by. And I just got all excited out of nowhere. Oh my gosh, it's the Ghostbusters. And lo and behold, on social media, it started popping up, join the team. You know how sometimes it hears you and stuff pops up on your screen. It led me to the team page and I applied and we go through a rookie program where you have to come to events and you have to meet certain other requirements. And by the time we had our big con last year is when I became officially in the franchise. And I love it. We've got an awesome team of people. I'm having lots and lots of fun, and we do it for the right reasons. We help other people with what we do, and we get to geek out a lot, which is super awesome.
How could you not like that, right? That's so much fun
Right.
for everybody. Absolutely. Robert's in the chat. Stowe says, "Thanks so much, Paxton. One of the best compliments he has ever received."
I mean, it's basically like if you're a Star Wars fan being called George Lucas. I mean, Reitman has the
Absolutely.
reins.
Absolutely. And Damon says he's doing good, ready for college football, go Gators, and getting ready for Halloween. Any rivals on the phone right now or on the stream right now?
Well,
Any
yeah,
rivals for the
well,
Gators?
I went to Virginia Tech, so yeah, I don't like the Florida Gators at all. So, but I like Damon a lot. So I mean, they're kind of offsetting. We're really just at an even right now.
Tension.
Terry, I love hearing the story. That's fantastic. I think I got started with the movie, but I was so young that the cartoons also took me to another place, and that was like it wasn't GI Joe for me. It wasn't Transformers. It wasn't really any other Saturday morning cartoon. It was the
Mhm.
Ghostbusters. That was the one I could not miss.
That's so
And
cool.
you know how terrible it is that like if you weren't there Saturday morning, you missed the episode. You know? That's why
Mm-hmm.
like I have so much anxiety right now as an adult. It's because like I couldn't record anything. There was no DVR. There was no anything like that. So kids, you got it made today because you don't have
The
to miss
struggle was
anything.
real.
Absolutely.
Uh, it was it was incredibly real, and it's actually kind of funny because I hear that all the time of like most of the actually major Ghostbusters fans I know really love that TV show. I didn't watch. I To this day I haven't seen it.
I've seen
um,
some.
So good.
I was a movie guy, but now that like Ghostbusters News has been kind of posting and this YouTube channel is being able to kind of put them out again, I've been going
Yeah.
back and watching, and they actually did keep a lot of the energy. They kept a lot of the lore. They kept a lot of the science that was behind certain things. They didn't take too many liberties with it, and I can't wait for the new animated series that are coming. That's a sidetrack, but I can't wait to see how they adapt the lore because we don't have anything to pull from right now. We have three movies, sorry, and then 2016, which is like its own thing.
Yep.
But it didn't establish really any more lore, So it's like we have a limited base to pull from a little bit. So it's
Mhm.
cool that you guys have a wider knowledge of Ghostbusters even than I.
If Sony gets as crazy with the future of the franchise as they are, let's say with the Spider-Verse, where
Yeah,
they're trying to like have connective tissue between like Morbius and all these Spider-Man universes. Like
yeah,
it makes no sense but Sony's trying really hard to connect it all together. If they do that with the Ghostbusters, oh my God, we're in for such a treat. Like the future is bright, and let's hope that Sony gets as crazy and ridiculous with it as they are with their Marvel properties.
I'm down.
Travis is in the chat. Let's go. South Dakota Ghostbusters are the best. Yeah, they are. Look at that.
Love you,
Yeah.
Travis.
He's actually my best friend. So
Oh,
Aw.
That is
Oh, let's go,
awesome.
Travis. Way to
He's
way
a
to
friend.
choose friends. He's a good friend chooser. He might be the number one friend chooser in the world.
I don't know about that.
Pre-
But
appreciate the comment. All right, I'm not forgetting about you other gentlemen. Bryce, we want to hear from you. Where did your fandom start? If you have like a moment, or is it a series of the movies that started it all for you? And also, what led you to joining the South Dakota team?
Well, like Terry said, I grew up. I was born in '81. I grew up with, the cartoons, and I had and still have all of my original Kenner toys. And I'd watch the movies, and just absolutely fell in love with Ghostbusters. I mean, what Saturday morning was not complete without a bowl of cereal, Fruit Loops or whatever, and Ghostbuster cartoons, and that just led into just an absolute love of Ghostbusters. And I always knew about the South Dakota Ghostbusters, and I always wanted to join, but I was kind of a stickler because I always wanted to have my gear ready first. So obviously, I built that pack back there, and I had my suit ready to go and everything, and then I applied to the South Dakota Ghostbusters about it same time as Terry did, maybe just a few months before she did. And like Terry said, SuperCon, we became official members, and I can't get enough of it. It's just when we're kids, we have these great toys, and when we're adults, we just get better ones.
More expensive ones.
Yeah.
Bryce
More
forgot
expensive
that.
ones.
Bryce actually
See-
forgot that I actually had him join our group.
Yeah.
I talked to him.
Yep. During my build, I actually got a hold of Paxton, and he actually helped me with that pack.
Nice.
There
I
you go.
won't say that, but
That's
And
what
if you
it's
guys
all
are
about.
interested in packs, stay around because we're going to show off a very unique pack in a little while. So make sure that if you want to see the pack, we're going to have to get some stars in the chat. We're going to have to get, I would say, 1,000 stars in the chat, and we will show off a pack that is more unique than any I've seen. One more like it on the 3D printed Ghostbusters groups. I've seen two now that are fully completed. So stick around for that for sure.
Don't touch that dial, as
Don't
they used to
touch that
say
dial.
during our Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
You said you had the original Kenner toys. Here is Venkman right there,
Yep.
he's almost as old as me. Like, I think I picked him up in like 87. So yeah, he's almost as old as me, still kicking. These toys hold up like very well. Like everything that I had in my, later years before I was a teenager have all fallen apart. This Venkman's still kicking. I also have Dracula right there. Look at this guy. Oh
The
man, that is
Firehouse.
immaculate.
The Kenner Firehouse.
He
That
never
is
put it away. He
immaculate.
still plays with it
I
nowadays.
do.
All these years later.
Hey,
do.
I would too.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with
I
that. Nothing
would
wrong with that.
too.
Die hard fan.
That, I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. Without a doubt, played with that Firehouse twice as much, if not 3 times as much as anything else I ever owned. Like, it's such a versatile toy. There's a number of things you can do with it. I used to play with my wrestlers, like coming out of the doors with like a light behind them.
That's crazy. That's the story I was getting ready to tell, Ted. I did the
No
same
way.
thing. The Firehouse was the intro for my wrestlers into my wrestling ring. And I mean, that is hilarious, Ted. I was getting ready to say that.
I'll do you one better. I don't know if this is it sounds either really creative or just really crazy to even say out loud. So I used to have the old wrestling games. Probably the one that really like excelled was probably on SNES maybe
Or
or
no, it was maybe Sega
Super
Genesis.
Nintendo. Super Nintendo is when they really took it a level up, right? And
Yep.
so I'll get through this quick. It was Royal Rumbles, WWF's Royal Rumble, and they used to have this feature where you could just watch the intro videos. So they would do the intro videos before the wrestlers would come out, and they had a feature like a bonus content where you could just play the videos for the intros. I used to have a tiny TV. It's probably what 9.5 inches or whatever. It was probably square, and it was a tube television. It weighed 60 pounds, even though it was tiny. I would put it behind the firehouse so I could see the wrestlers with the video behind them as they're walking out. I
Damn.
was living the dream, baby, living the dream.
The production value. But you can't ignore the
Oh,
production
man.
value. It's a thing. You got to get the pop. You got to get
How
the pop.
Redneck
great.
Titantron.
Yes, it was a Titantron, and they played the music. It's like this is every
Awesome.
kid's dream,
The
All right.
Titantron. All right, yeah.
So good. Damon's in here. Damon says, I too started to watch the cartoon of the real Ghostbusters, and then later when the sequel of GB2 came out in theaters, but before I saw the sequel, I was old enough to watch the first movie on VHS. Wow, do you still have that? That's pretty awesome. If you still have the original on VHS. And he also says, what's your thoughts on Triple H idea on design of the new title belts? I don't have
Tune in
any
on
thoughts.
Tuesdays. Tune in on Tuesdays, Damon.
So
Tuesdays is the WrestleCast. Okay.
you're one day late. Our wrestling commentary show. It's a weekly show every Tuesday on this Facebook page. They're some of the most knowledgeable guys you'll ever meet who can just pull out just random pieces of information and
Walking
matches.
encyclopedias. Rand
Walking
McNally
encyclopedias.
maps of the trajectory of wrestling.
Yeah, and they know everybody who wrestles locally. So I don't have any thoughts on it because I don't watch as religiously as I used to. But please bring that up on the next wrestling show. Yes, keep that in mind. Turn notifications on, and you'll see them.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Paxton, not forgetting about you, brother. Let us know, when did your fandom start, and what led you to joining the team, or did you create the team? Are you the creator?
Oh no, I'm not the creator. So I actually joined back in 2018. I saw the group at the first, well, it was the second SuperCon, and back in 2017. And I was thinking about making my own group at the time though, but I was like, well, there's got to be a group around here. So at first I thought it was like the Sioux Falls Ghostbusters. They didn't really advertise a whole lot, I felt like. And so then I did find them finally. But I watched the 2016 movie is what actually got me more back into love with Ghostbusters, honestly. I know everybody hates it, but that's what brought me back to that culture, that love.
No, anybody who hates it, first of all, you can leave the chat. Seriously, it's an incredible way to bring new Ghostbusters in. When we wear our flight suits out, the reason why those kids know what we're doing is because of 2016, not 84 and not 89. It's 2016 the reason why those kids know. So sorry, Paxton, to cut you off, but if you don't like 2016, leave the chat.
Well, honestly, I don't know if I would be part of the group if I never watched that movie. Like honestly, I don't even. And so
clearly it had a lot of value for a lot of people. So there you go.
Yep. And so I joined, like I said, I joined 2018. I also did the rookie program. It was still in the making. It wasn't really what they got, but I went to every event, and then they said, this is the guy we want to be in our group. So I never got an official, like, you're a member, but I got a certificate the next year, and then here I am. I've collected a lot of stuff.
Rob, certificates. Brian, if you're watching,
yeah, I have 4 of them.
You have 4 of them.
Oh man,
Group for like 5 years almost.
this is like karate belt status. Like you can level up as a
Like at
member
what
or
point
something.
do you get your black belt at the end? It's like you get a golden
um,
PKE meter.
Your slime, they
actually,
go through slime colors. You start off with like yellow. You work your way up to pink. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
um, actually, in our group, he will give you like a 5 year certificate saying that you've been so long. He just started this, I think, not too long or last year, when they got their rookie certificates. They actually handed out 5 year certificates to most of the members. I wasn't at 5 years yet. I
We're
don't
gonna have
think
a
I still
talk
am
with
technically.
our group leaders after the show's over.
Actually, no. You know what? You know what we need to do? Paxton,
What's
Bryce,
that?
and Terry go to just form the communion. Whoever gets together and decides these things. I would like an honorary SD member certificate so I can take this to the leaders of my group and say, "Look at this. I'm being recruited." Okay, and and then they're gonna have to sweeten the deal, and whatever comes out of it, I'll split with you guys. I promise.
There you go. There you go.
So,
There you go.
yeah, I can actually tell. So South Dakota Ghostbusters actually started. He started the page back in 2014, I actually believe, and he didn't really get a whole lot of, or was it 16? Maybe it was 16. Anyways, he wasn't getting a whole lot of chatter, but then when that movie came out, is when he started getting a lot of, 2016 movies when a lot of people took interest. And so one year he just went to a zombie walk, and then there was some people actually just dress up as Ghostbusters, and a lot of them are still members to this day. So I mean, he
That's
took
awesome.
something, and he's been building on it every year since. So I mean, hopefully it gets a little bigger and better. And
That's the
Absolutely,
goal.
we'll make sure of it.
Until we reach Germany level, and then we'll have to find a new
Okay.
level after that. Germany's got it together.
Well, and
Did
I'm
you
sure
guys
they've been
Think
around for a long
anybody will
time.
beat that.
Yeah.
Did you guys catch their exhibit area at Gamescom?
Yep.
Holy cow. I showed it to Matt. I'm like, this is like where we're heading. That's what we need to get to. That's the bar right there. Have the entire firehouse office area like out at conventions. That's incredible. Those
But
guys are amazing.
that's what the contribution to the show is going to give. Like that seriously though, like
Yeah.
all of me and Ted agreed. If we start making any bit of money, if people want to chip in or anything, every single bit of the money goes into the San Antonio Ghostbusters setup at cons. I would love to have a basement scene of the basement of the firehouse with a containment unit. And I would just love to have just that scene set there. And it really wouldn't take that much. Some plywood, some drywall. You could load it up into a truck, take it off, set the thing up. It wouldn't be that tough. We're gonna have to find
It
a
wouldn't be
budget.
that tough. Drywall, plaster, nails,
Yeah.
screws. Yeah, it
Well,
wouldn't be that tough at all.
I'm handy. I'm handy, dude.
I believe you. I totally believe you. Definitely. So real quick, because I wasn't listening to the dates and all that, but how long have you guys been with the group individually? Terry?
It will be a year at the end of the month. We got to be official South Dakota Ghostbusters last year at our SuperCon.
That's a great event, apparently. So Bryce, same with you, right? 1 year almost.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
Paxton?
Here's my official certificate.
Look at that.
There you go.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he counts your rookie year. So I started in 2018 as a rookie.
We're gonna
but
count
2019.
that, yeah.
But 2019 was my actual member year, so I've been with the group since 2018. So however long, 5 years.
Isn't it crazy how it's like a motorcycle club with like groups that take it serious? You got to get patched in, you got to be a prospect for a while, and then you're a part of the brotherhood, but it's like you'll do anything for each other.
There you go.
It's so freaking cool, man. You guys are awesome.
It is.
Bryce, you said you were in for a year or two, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Paxton has been in for, what is that, 4 or 5 years, you said?
4 or 5, yeah.
So 7 years between you. That's a
amazing.
good, healthy number. Me and Ted were patched in about a year ago, I would say.
Close to a year, yeah. It was last
Yeah.
October-ish, maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Well,
sitting here.
we had a month or two, yeah.
There's more people in our group that have been in way longer than I have. So
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good question. About how big is the group like today?
I would say about 20 people altogether, but only like a few of us really do most of the events.
It's totally cool.
Except for
Everybody goes at their own
SuperCon.
pace.
SuperCon's the biggest one. Everybody shows up for that one.
But
You
yeah,
go
not
there-
everyone's running parades.
If you go to our Facebook page, you'll see like everybody in our group in that one, pretty much.
Yeah, there we have a convention coming up this weekend that it's a good medium-sized one, but I think a lot of the group's going to be active. So I'm actually interested because me and Matt, all we do is we always talk about the events that we've done and the charity events or the conventions or the school visits that we've done in the past and like what's our like favorite moments. Terry, I'll go back to you first. What's been your favorite thing to do thus far while you've been with the group, or what's been your favorite either event or just something that you've done with the group?
I love doing parades. That's
Ooh.
I love everything that we do, but my top number one is doing parades. I've been in probably just about 10 of them now. And
Wow.
they're all so much fun. St. Patrick's Day parades, we do pride parades. We've done town parades. That's probably my absolute favorite thing. But
What?
aside from being on your podcast, of course.
Of course.
Oh.
Scott
Scott
Chase.
Chase.
Everyone give
Cincinnati Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott, what is up? How are you, sir? Terry, so that's interesting. What is it about the parade that you enjoy the most?
I think as we're going up the parade route, it's so great to see everyone's face light up and they start chanting Ghostbusters and they start yelling, "Who you gonna call?"
Yep.
And there's the Ghostbusters.
Yep.
You know, everybody in the crowd starts getting really excited. And it's so cool to see that, you know, old and young people just cheer out for the Ghostbusters and have all kinds of fun with it.
What's
Terry.
our running joke with that, Matt?
Terry, I gotta ask you. I gotta be honest. So I have a running agenda right now. I don't like it when people ask me who I'm going to call. That you're taking over. I'm supposed to ask you who you're gonna call, okay?
Right.
And so you're working an event all day, and everybody comes up to you and says, "Who are you gonna call?" And what is your enthusiasm meter on that question? There, like, does it start to fade off for you, like it does for me? Like at the end, I'm like, yeah.
No.
Ghostbusters.
No,
It does
every single conversation is totally fresh with these folks that are coming up to talk to us. So you have to keep your enthusiasm up and just be as excited as they are about it.
I agree, but
we agree with you. Maybe after like 40 to 50 though, I'm like, all right, that's enough.
cut it
And
off.
not in a mean way. I will never say it to them. I
No.
mean, I will never like say it out loud, but I'll be like, I'll stop saying Ghostbusters after. I'll be like, that's a good one.
And then
It's so
there's
funny.
also the revert to Casper joke. Somebody else.
Yeah.
That's right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, the revert to Casper joke
Well-
works in that time when you get who you
Or
going to
He-Man.
He-Man. We should do that next time.
Oh, He-Man's a good one.
It is. Robert
I have
says
done that
Terry,
a few times.
Robert says Terry is nonstop rays of sunshine. Aw.
She
I love
is.
hearing that.
Terry
Awesome.
has a fan base. We might be looking at a new co-host here. Terry has a big supporting fan base here. We might have to at least a special guest judge in the Proton Pack contest.
Ooh.
We're running shortly, and also I have like 6 submissions for. I have 6 submissions.
Can she be
I'm one of
fair though?
them.
That's the real question.
Yeah, see, I'm one of them. I don't know.
We're just making
Yeah.
sure. Bryce says no.
I've got 4 kids at home. I have to be fair to everybody for everything.
There you go.
Hey, what's that?
Absolutely. You
But
can
I
tell
was-
us who your favorite kid is. It's fine.
We were fair and we ran a good contest last time. And Ben Rollins received everything that he was supposed to. I'm surprised that there hasn't been a lot of feedback on round 2. I might have to get Ben Rollins to make a video and post it to the groups and be like, "Hey, actually, yeah, it's a super
Round 2 or
legit."
tournament 2?
What was that?
You
Tournament
mean round
2.
2 or tournament 2?
No, tournament 2. That's what I meant.
Tournament 2, yeah. There you
But I
go.
meant like
Just-
round 2, like it's Mortal Kombat. Like we had the first fight, and then now it's round 2, and then eventually the third will be the win.
Just re-release his production one. Just re-release it.
And honestly, it's like I might cut that out in this next one. Like I appreciate the value here, but I mean, not everyone's going to be able to put together a Spielberg here. I'm looking at proton packs, not production value.
Yeah, I didn't know that we were doing production value, but
Yeah,
he did a great job on his pack, though.
But do you remember when you sent me your first picture and I sent you because I had seen this is true. I had seen Ben Rollins' video and Paxton made a pretty good video, but it was just a little blurry. Like you just needed to wipe off the screen. So I messaged him back like, "Hey, you might just want to
Clean it up a little
re-record
bit."
this video. I can't tell you anything, but I would say maybe just I tried to help you out, but there's nothing I could do. The guy's Spielberg."
Yeah, you tried.
Transitions.
I still
in
got
there. Absolutely. And he's gonna come with the fire in the second tournament. You better believe it.
I sent in my second one as a one, but I don't know if that's gonna do any better. But we'll see.
We will see. Bryce, you next, sir. What's been either your favorite event or your favorite thing to do with the team?
Oh, probably what has been dubbed my rookie initiation.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, see everybody start laughing. Yeah, here we go. We went to an event for our local baseball team. They're called the Sioux Falls Canaries. And they came up to us and they were talking to us, about our equipment and stuff. And then they said, well, you know what? We're going to have a slime chugging contest. It was Mellow Yellow.
That's a cooler.
And so we had to count down 3, 2, 1, and we all start chugging it, as fast as we can. Well, unfortunately for me, I hiccuped just in between one of my chugs, and it actually went into my lung, and I threw up all over our founder.
But he deserved it. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
There are if you look up the South Dakota Ghostbusters on Facebook, there are videos of me throwing up all over Brandon.
I think it's on YouTube too, actually.
I think it is.
I think Matt's gonna go look for that right now.
Yeah, I'm typing it. I'm typing it in. You see me when I look off screen here as my other monitor. I'm definitely typing this down. I'd love to see it.
There's no way we're not watching that tonight. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
all I'm saying is
I know.
on South Dakota Ghostbusters. Is that where I find it on YouTube?
I think
you could South Dakota Ghostbusters. I think
South Dakota Ghostbusters.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna shoot.
Never gonna forget that. You're
Probably
never
should,
gonna forget
but you know
that.
what? It's all right.
That's awesome. Robert says, "Well, that's something you don't see every day."
Thanks, Robbie.
Man. So good. Sorry, Bryce. That is and always will be a great story.
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate
hearing
it,
that.
buddy.
I love it. Rick Kane. Rick Kane is in the chat. What's going on, Rick? He's a big hockey fan, and he's telling us about the playoffs. I guess they're going on right now.
Rick, this is not a hockey show, buddy.
It's good. Rick likes hockey. Rick likes hockey.
But this is a Ghostbusters show, Rick.
He's gonna tie it in somehow. We're just waiting for the crossover.
I'm waiting for the joke, but if not, move on.
Waiting for the punchline. He's good. Oh man, that's so good. Paxton. Go ahead, Terry.
I was just gonna say, speaking of hockey, we have an event coming up just before Halloween at our local hockey team. It's gonna be lots of fun.
What's the name of the team?
Stampede.
Sioux Falls Stampede.
Okay.
Yes.
I especially love like minor league hockey. I grew up in a town that was 30 minutes south of Roanoke, Virginia, and we had a minor league hockey team, and it was the coolest thing ever. And I've been to NHL games, but I like the vibe of like a minor league hockey game. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Was that going to be the same stadium you guys won that costume contest in? Was that at a
Yep.
monster truck rally or something?
No, that was the Stampede.
Oh, it was a stampede. Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys took that easy, probably. But what was
Oh
everyone else?
yeah. The only other person that really actually went in was a Snow White character,
Right.
and that was it. It was only two. It was our group and that person. That was it.
Yep.
So it was kind of
Flawless
lame,
victory.
actually.
There was like a prize bundle, and there was.
Oh yeah.
We didn't know exactly what to do with it because we don't keep stuff for ourselves as a team.
Right.
We donate it. And we felt super bad for Snow White because she was the only other person there that was really dressed
Right.
up. And she had a little boy with her. So we gave them the prize pack.
Which is weird because he was dressed up as the Flash and he could have went in too, but he didn't. So I don't know.
Interesting.
But yeah, we just gave it away. So
There you go.
That's a good thing to do. I mean, it's like that's spread of goodwill. Somebody's a business owner in that crowd who's like, hey, I'll book you for an event, or like, hey, I run this parade. You constantly have to. That's what we're out there for. We're not trying to get anything out of it.
yeah, no. Well, we get something out of it. We get cheers. We get
Well, I mean, yeah,
people
self-satisfaction.
cheering us. Yeah,
Yeah.
self-satisfaction.
Eric Battles in the chat says hello from Buffalo. Welcome. People coming in from all over.
This is Terry Gang. I'm telling you, she needs to make a hashtag.
It
Terry,
is.
Yeah.
Terry has a freaking fan base, dude.
Hashtag Terry.
I'm from Buffalo, so I'm
Terry
super
Gang.
happy to see one of my
Terry
friends
Gang.
on here.
All right,
There you
so when we do our tournament for Spirits Unleashed, we'll release a T-shirt while you're streaming with us as in our tournament of Terry
As we
Gang.
beat you.
So we could, you Paxton, I will kick you out of here so fast. But when we have our friendly competition, we're gonna start Terry Gang. We're gonna see if we can push merch here. Terry has a fan base. It's awesome.
One
Eric
of
says,
the
thank you. Terry and I have been friends for 22 years. It's great to see this and watch you guys interact. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Robert in the chat.
Damon says, go Bolts. And Rick says the Thrashers are Predbusters. I don't know what a Predbuster is. Is that a Predator Buster? Is that what that is?
I don't know.
He's also a Ghostbuster fan. And Damon says he's from Tampa, Florida. People from all over. Hashtag Team Terry.
Yeah!
Team Terry.
Come on, Robert.
Let's get it going.
We're not even going to be the South Dakota Ghostbusters in that tournament. We'll just be Team Terry.
Yeah.
Terry and the Ghostbusters.
You just remove everyone's name tag, and everyone's name tag just says Team
Just
Terry.
be Terry.
Yep.
Don't give her ideas.
Oh,
Yeah, one awesome thing about our team is I'm only one of 2 lady Ghostbusters in all of South Dakota. So there's only
Wow.
2 of us. And so I'm really super proud to be able to represent our gender on our team.
We have a lot of Lady Busters on our team, so we're blessed by that, right? You need that energy there, so keep it going and inspire other young girls to come up and do the same thing. And so we love that. We're blessed on our team. We have we actually just initiated another girl, Susan Kellogg, into our group, and she has a Camaro Ecto.
nice.
I mean,
It's a
talk
white Camaro Ecto logos on the side.
and she works at GameStop. Okay,
Nice.
we're talking a big value add there.
She's tremendous, just like Terry. Always got a great attitude. She's always, ready to go, super energetic. So yeah, she's a great addition to the team. Robert says, "Ride or die" for the 605. Is that South Dakota area code? There you go.
Yeah. That's actually on our patch is the 605.
Yeah, your
That's
logo's
super
good.
cool. There you go. And David says, "Team Ghostbusters." Hashtag Team Ghostbusters. Paxton, let's get to you, sir. I love that patch. Paxton, let's get to you. What's been your favorite moment, favorite event to do since you've been here with the South Dakota team?
I really enjoyed the SuperCon. I mean, that's where everybody gets to come in, do their own thing, and enjoy being geeky. Like we get to come in as Ghostbusters, and everybody else gets to come in as their own whatever they want to do. I like that's my favorite. I think that's what mostly people like is that SuperCon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
And
sounds like such a great event. You guys talk about it all the time.
and
Oh yeah,
the celebration of self-expression is important, and that's what cons are incredibly good at doing. It's we're celebrating self-expression, so there's no politics in those rooms.
nope,
There's no judgment in those rooms. It's
no,
just people getting together and like just nerding out.
Yep.
And like sometimes in your other professional careers, in order to climb social ladders or whatever it might be, you stamp down the nerd in you to sort of fit in with a mold. A lot of people have to do this throughout their day. So these cons are incredible ways, and you see the exaggeration even of it. So it's like this is like my time to go. It's like people who love Halloween, they go all out. It's beautiful. So sorry to go on that rant, but it's just a beautiful thing. Cons are my favorite thing too, Pax.
You kind of,
I think
you
that's
kind
where,
of. Oh, go ahead, Pax.
I was to say that's where we probably make our most money too. We do feeding South Dakota there, and we
Yeah.
try to raise money, and that's where we probably make the most money. So
At cons, yeah, because people you have to have your wallet out at a con because there's panels and there's like there's like 75% really cheap stuff you can buy, and then there's like 25% like really good stuff you can buy. But either way, you got to have your wallet out at a con. So there's no surprise. There's some money there. Am I breaking up, Ted?
No. You're fine. You're fine. That's a great segue into some of the charity events you guys have done in the past. Doesn't have to be your favorite, but just let everybody watching know what your team is all about, what your focus is, what you support as a group. The good works and what your effort and your time spent goes towards. Why don't you guys let us know?
Our big ones that I have seen so far are Feeding South Dakota, which helps folks in South Dakota and especially the big cities like Sioux Falls, make sure that they have food in their tummies because that's especially during COVID, kids weren't going to school and eating breakfast and lunch there and folks were not working. And so the struggle was really super real for a lot of people. And so we back up Feeding South Dakota. We also back up Lifescape, which helps people with different abilities just try to enjoy everyday life too.
Rad.
I love that. I love that. That's such a great organization. You said Feeding South Dakota.
Yes.
I love that. We have something similar here that we kind of been trying to work with a little bit. So yeah, we totally understand that.
we also did we haven't done it recently, but we used to do the teddy bear den where we'd help go to that place to help them raise some money too, so that people like kids could get like stuffed teddy bears and stuff.
Yeah. And when
I
they go
love
there 2
that.
times. And do you guys do toy drives ever for Christmas?
No, I don't think we ever have that I know of, but maybe in the
So
past, maybe they have.
it's a cool idea. So if I was you guys, toy drives are super easy to put together, and you just find a local comic book shop. I don't know the landscape of South Dakota per se, but find a local toy store that's not corporate owned, or and just find a local small business and run a toy drive, and you guys will have people coming out in the hundreds donating toys for underprivileged kids, and it's a really easy way to help out. It's something that I took a lot of pride in, and we did a lot of cool stuff this year. But that was just so easy, and everyone was just so willing to. So
Unreal. Yeah.
maybe just a suggestion because they're super easy to put together. Businesses are super receptive. You don't have to sell it. Just put a freaking cardboard box outside and have people come drop off toys and take them to local foster homes or whatever it might be.
Yeah. You don't know how much just a big empty box will motivate people to just drive to the nearest, shop or store and then just turn right back around with a few things. And they're like, "Hey, we just picked this up and we're gonna drop these off." And we're just like, "Wow, we just saw you leave like a few minutes ago."
Yeah.
So it's so crazy how it just motivates people to just go in and spend another 10 or 15 minutes to go and make the trip and to drop off something worthwhile. Hopefully, the Ghostbusters social media and the New York Ghostbusters, because I think they worked in tandem last year to do the national toy drive. Hopefully, that's a thing that we continue. Let's make it an annual thing. Even if they don't, I'm not going to blame them, but maybe it'll just be something that we help. We get you guys, we get Cincinnati,
Chapters,
us,
chapters,
all the
chapters.
Texas chapters that we know, and we'll make it a thing. If
And donate a like 10,000 toys. You know what I mean? It
we'll
like with
take we'll take count, we'll make sure we put it all together. We'll make it happen.
I'm gonna
Absolutely.
be Santa Claus this year. I will. So here's the deal. If we can get another like, I think it would take probably 20 chapters to get a couple thousand toys. It really 20 chapters is probably a good number. If we get 20 chapters to do a toy drive, I will dress like Santa Claus the entire month of January. So
And
after
we'll slime you.
yeah, a slime Santa Claus. I swear, I'll shave my head. If throw offers out on the table, I'm willing to take bets. Let's get 20 chapters and let's donate a shit ton. Sorry, family show of toys this winter. That'd be great.
I love that idea. I think that's great. We'll have to bring it
That'd
up
be great.
to our chapter founder. See what goes.
Absolutely. And look, Scott's already on board. Cincinnati's already on board. He says, "Keep up the
Yeah.
awesome work. You guys are awesome."
Yeah, Scott Chase would be like the first. I would call South Dakota. I'd call Cincinnati. Those would be the first two, obviously. But I think that between the San Antonio and what we know in Texas, I think we could get 20 groups to get together and do one big ass toy drive um, in our neighborhoods and just like set goals and do it. Sorry, I'm in my motivation mode. It's the end of the month. I'm in sales.
You're good. You're good. Damon's in the chat says, "In my hometown, Tampa, we have a crew members called the USV Rough Riders. They do a teddy bear run, and they give those teddy bears out to the children at the Children's Hospital once a year around Christmas time."
That's awesome.
Damon, call them up, and you make sure that you are joining them in that effort. Like, if you have a group out there like that already crushing it, then get out there, reach out to them, and just run with it, because that sounds like a great group to join up with. Scott says he's in. I knew he would be. We're in for the drive. No matter what, if New York or the official Ghostbusters social media page, if they don't come around to doing it, we're going to make sure it gets done, no matter what. Let's see. Robert says, like, every day in January, no if, ands, or buts.
Yes, every day in January. If we get 20 groups, I swear to God, I will do anything.
There you go.
I will wear the Santa Claus suit every single day, and I will document it. It will be documented.
I'm gonna start calling some groups because I know a few groups.
Hey,
There you
look at
go.
that
That's what it's
accent.
all about.
Yes.
That's what it's all about right there.
Well, I
Bryce
worked,
is
I
already
worked in
dialing.
foster
Bryce is
care.
already dialing.
I worked in foster care for a number of years with troubled youth, and not just like troubled youth. Like these kids didn't just get dealt a bad hand; they got dealt a bad hand and set the cards on fire, right?
Nice.
But nothing made them happier than these like little random acts of kindness. I remember picking up these things and taking them to them, and their mom didn't show up on a Sunday. But they got a toy on Wednesday from a complete stranger, and it made their entire month. Like the behavior of the kid would dramatically change on a simple act of kindness. So that's my final sentimental note on this topic here of let's get 20 groups and let's really help the people helping the kids too. Because every day that they're happier is a day that's easier for the people who are volunteering to take care of them.
Amen.
Love it. Love it. All right. So you guys have told us about what you've been doing in the past. Why don't you guys let us know, list a couple of things that you guys have coming up where, the community surrounding areas can go check you guys out, or how they can support you. So let us know. What do you got?
SuperCon. It's
SuperCon.
1 month from today. We'll be at
Yep.
SuperCon. It's September 30th through October 2nd that weekend, and I'm a little bit excited about it.
We all are.
Yeah.
We also have a parade that we're going to do in October 15th. Also, it's Spooky Science, which is at our museum called the Washington Pavilion.
Yep.
Oh, cool. So it's
That's a
like
couple.
it's a science museum, or they're doing
Yes.
a science exhibition.
Yep. It's
It's
like
a-
a science
no,
museum.
Okay.
Yeah, we just sit around and kids come up to us and ask us nerdy things about Ghostbusters.
Hell yeah.
And then they go around and collect candy, so it's a win-win-win.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So SuperCon was September 30th through October 2nd, correct?
Yes.
That's right.
That's
Yeah, we're just
And-
going to promote it to the pages.
There you go. And the address is easy, supercon.com.
Great name
Hopefully-
too, by the way.
There you
Great
go.
name. When you're a
If
super.
you-
plan words.
Yeah.
If you want to check out the South Dakota team, check them out, as well as Terry, over at supercon.com.
Mostly
September
Terry.
30th through October 2nd. Well, that's not all. Bryce, are you going to have any special packs with you at SuperCon? Anything that you've been working on, or that you're ready to show the world today?
Well, I probably will have my packs with me. Unfortunately, though, this past weekend, we were shooting a commercial for SuperCon, and my suit zipper actually split.
Oh no.
Oh.
So now I'm without a suit. I just ordered one from gbfans.com. Unfortunately, there's a 3-month lead time, so it probably won't even be near me until sometime in January. So
Dang. What can we do? What can we do to help Bryce? Anybody in the chat? Just send us your size. We'll get the Amazon one. You need a temporary.
I've offered him. I have like 6 flight suits. To
Yeah. You
but
got the
he
one on.
won't. He won't take it. He won't do it.
No, it's all right, guys. Like I said, I've already got it on order. But here is my afterlife pack that
Look at
our
that.
members actually built for me.
It's insane, and I
That
love
is gorgeous.
I love the nod to the real Ghostbusters with the meter there. That is so sick. It's unbelievable.
That's actually one of our new rookies. He built that for him.
And
That is so cool.
Well, that means it's bright for the group if you have somebody who can build something like that. Look at the meter moving, and it has
That
the
meter
afterlife
actually
sound.
is attached to the battery, so it will show me how much battery life I have left.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Wait,
yes!
So we can charge it for proton charging.
Yep.
Wow.
And the other thing it has is a Bluetooth speaker, so I can actually play whatever I want straight from my phone instead of having another, aux, something or other, stuck to it.
I'd love to at this moment to share the screen and show a moment of what this pack and the power that it has, what it can do for people in our community. Let's go ahead and share that photo there, Ted. Do you see it?
I got it.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
It's incredible. You imagine how empowered that kid felt in that moment. The sheer overwhelming joy. There's a lot of things we forget when we're young. That probably won't be one of them for this kid here.
No.
How did that feel, Bryce?
I'm sorry.
How did that feel?
Words can't describe it. It can't. Again, this was just actually before my suit actually split. When this picture was taken, we were at the Battleship Memorial. It's kind of a recreation of the USS South Dakota. We were, again, filming our commercials for SuperCon, and this family actually saw us. The kids saw us and had their mom turn around, and they all got out and wanted to, take pictures with us. And and everything. And lo and behold, one of the kids was in a wheelchair, and with the pictures and stuff, all the kids got to hold one of our props. And I said, here, the little boy's name is Maverick. So I said, here, Maverick, you can hold this. And I gave him my wand, and he went nuts.
Look at that.
Look at that face.
That
Well,
picture
Bryce,
just
it's
captures
an
the
inspiration. It does. And like, you're right, Terry. It captures the moment perfect. And Bryce, you're an inspiration too, buddy. I mean, it's all the things you're interested in, how active that you stay, and you never take a break, dude. And that's just so awesome. And when I saw this, it definitely struck emotions in me, in the power that putting the jumpsuit on. Who was it that said that? It's Frank and Geek last week when we were on the show. He mentioned the power of putting the jumpsuit on, and you really don't understand that until you actually do, and you see this sort of burst of emotion.
Yep.
And this capsulates that perfectly. I definitely just wanted to share that with the group, and let you guys know. Keep spreading the goodwill, keep doing the thing, and inspire people in your community. Terry, get more girls in Sioux Falls to join the group.
And just real quick, I wanted to mention last Halloween, actually, he dressed up as a Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he was already involved.
Yeah, he was totally digging us. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, his
awesome.
mom said on the way they drove by, and the kids yelled out the window, "Hey, Mom, it's the Ghostbusters!" And then that's what made it. They were on their way to the zoo, but they stopped by us first before they even got to the zoo. So.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, kids aren't scared of Thanos. Kids aren't scared of these other sort of cosplay characters. Kids are afraid of ghosts. And Ghostbusters don't have superpowers. So they can see a cosplayer that's Spider-Man. And I'm not hating on Spider-Man cosplayers. Do your thing. Whatever you want to wear, wear it. But when the kids see you, they know it's actually not Spider-Man, right? And so they don't know that, though, with Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Like, they're like, this might just be freaking real. You're wearing a big machine on your back that's lighting up. It looks like it's working. Like, it to them, it's much more real, I think. When we do like school tours, and they give us what?
You're not gonna take this from me. I'm gonna tell the story because I was on the outside.
Yeah,
this is gonna be my favorite moment of all time with the group.
Yeah.
Is we went to an elementary school, and it was me, it was Matt, and one of our leaders, Rob, and all the kids, just like Matt said, all the kids are like, "Wait a minute, are you a real Ghostbuster?" My favorite response is, "Do I seem fake to you? Am I not really here?" And they're like, "All right, you right. Okay." So we're going through this school, and for whatever reason, every classroom was like, "We're glad you're here." This bathroom, totally haunted. They all have those closet bathrooms in every classroom, and every single one of them was haunted, right? So after like the 5th or 6th classroom, Matt and Rob, they said, "All right, we're gonna take care of this ghost." So the two of them in this closet of a bathroom squeeze in there. The lights are off because there's like a projector. They're watching something, so the lights are already off. They both, like sardines, are in this tiny restroom, and they just start going to town with their proton packs. There's, the proton blast is loud, and Rob already has the ghost trap that's smoking, so that thing is smoking in the bathroom. All the kids are crowded around this bathroom with these two grown men, like screaming and yelling in there. It was so cool.
Well, when we came out with the smoking ghost trap, their eyes were like, "Holy crap!" These guys just came in. They were asking us for autographs. Like, little kids were coming up to me with papers asking me to, because they know the Ghostbusters. They don't know, but it was just hilarious. It was like we busted a ghost for them, and now there's a good portion of kids in that class who are not afraid to use the bathroom in there anymore.
There you go. That was our good deed for the day.
Awesome.
They were in there for like a good 4 or 5 minutes. This wasn't like a quick
No,
bust of any kind. They were
we
in there
did a
for a while.
bust. Yeah.
Yeah. It was an actual bust. So that's my favorite story that I love to tell.
We're like
Did you
yelling.
keep
This is a tough one.
Did you keep tally of all the damage you did in there?
No,
Like in the
because
game?
no, we wanted the school to invite us back. We blamed it on the kids. As soon as we left, we blamed it on the kids. No, I
There you go.
saw little Tommy. He ruined that bathroom. That was him. Wasn't
It was
us.
all Tommy. We had nothing to
Do
do with it.
not go in there. Woo!
I want the superintendent to be mad.
Yeah, right.
Well, we were the only cosplay group that was allowed to roam the halls. So this particular school, I guess they'd had the Ghostbusters there before. So the other cosplayers were in an area and they can take pictures with them, almost kind of like a con. But the Ghostbusters, we had a different pass where we were able to actually roam the hall. So we were just walking by classrooms with PKE meters going up, and scanning everything. It was cool. I'm saying the Ghostbusters cosplay. If anybody's out there watching, give it a shot.
Awesome.
There you go. Come find us if you're in our area. Damon says, "We came, we saw, we kicked their butts." There you go.
You had to say that in school. We kicked their fannies.
There you go. We're the best. We're the beautiful. We're the only San Antonio Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's
South Dakota Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
South Dakota. That works too.
We actually did a commercial where you had to say that line.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Really?
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, if you go on the YouTube channel, there's a commercial, and that was the first line I'd say in that.
I'm on actually right now. I'm gonna reshare with you, Ted. The South Dakota Ghostbusters YouTube page.
YouTube.
It's very well put. It's very well put together.
Mm-hmm.
He's still
and
working on it too.
I had it here, but
You might see a few faces that you recognize.
Ooh.
Maybe
1, 2, maybe 3.
maybe 3. For sure 3.
Yeah, for sure 3.
I fat fingered and closed the window.
This is why we can't have nice things, Matt.
I know. But I am going to share now.
And I was gonna ask. So you guys are gonna be at SuperCon. Where can people find you? And the answer is, go to the South Dakota Ghostbusters YouTube channel. Look at this.
We have a Facebook. We have Twitter. We don't really use Twitter a lot.
Look at this.
Yeah, I'm in there.
605-368-1823. Operators standing by. Look at this production value. And you let Ben Rollins beat you. No, that's not happening again, Paxton.
That wasn't me. That was our boss that did that one.
The ecto goggles vision.
Video for me.
That is so cool.
Crazy.
What is happening? What are y'all doing?
This look at this production value here.
Y'all are the Ghostbusters Germany of the United States.
Well, also what they remind me of a little bit is the Pacific Northwest Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters Pacific Northwest. They're the ones who did how a proton pack works, how the containment unit works, and
how the trap works.
Yeah, and so and actually, I tried to join that group. I got denied.
It wasn't meant to be. You were meant to be over here. That's why.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and that's I moved.
We got a spot for you up here, Matt.
Hey, look, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, and we get certificates up there again. Brian and Rob, if you're listening.
Hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh man, he's not gonna let that go. We're gonna be hearing about that all year, year long.
No, I'm gonna
waiting for my certificates.
I'm gonna make a fake one.
I got 4.
There you
4. Yeah, about to get 5.
There you go.
5 next year, I think, for sure.
Cool. It's been an absolute pleasure to learn about your group, your team, everything you guys have done. We know about where people can find you. I was going to do this alone with Matt, but I'm now just going to have everybody sort of comment on it. Not a whole lot of news we want to talk about. We're going to end this show in a few minutes. But the biggest headline of the week, I believe, is the fact that Sonic drive-ins are releasing very soon a new line of Ghostbuster toys.
Yep.
I believe this will be in the Wacky Packs. I'm gonna blow this up just to make sure we see all these amazing details, starting with the PKE meter, which looks very sort of simple when you're looking at it, but it does have a little dial to raise and close the antenna, which
Yep.
I think is so smart.
And it's a
That is so
spoon.
cool. And it is a spoon, and you got
It's a
the Slimer
spoon.
spoon. You also have the Slimer, his tongue. His tongue is a spoon, which is interesting. Or maybe it's a projectile. Might be a projectile.
But I think they're all spoons, right? And then the other one's a straw. But I
Yes.
think it does projectile. I think the tongue will come out, but the tongue will be the spoon. These are awesome freaking toys, dude.
These are awesome, and the proton, the wand, it also is a spoon. The pack is actually designed in the tip of the spoon, and the other end, I think that's also a projectile that actually shoots out, if based on how this is designed or looks like.
Yeah, the proton pack is the spoon. It goes. There's a little tube, the vacuum tube, and then the neutrino wand, and it is a projectile.
I
What?
think so. Yeah, it looks like it shoots out,
That's
I
crazy.
think it is.
which nobody
time
better get
before-
hurt.
I gotta
Nobody
be
better
honest.
get
Poker.
hurt with this toy, or they're never going to
You're
do it again.
As a kid who grew up in the '90s, though, I gotta say, I'm looking at all these and they're awesome. But if you gave me one to choose, it's the Slimer spoon to the far left.
Really?
Okay.
That one is just cool. It looks like something that you would get in the bottom of a cereal box in the '90s or something. It's like I love that one. So I know I might be
Oh.
lame in picking that one, but I don't care. I'm sticking with it. The Slimer spoon to the far left of the screen is that's my one. I think I want that
I
one.
wonder if it glows in the dark.
Ooh, it
Paxton,
better.
always
better.
asking great questions. I wonder if that's the case too.
I mean, it looks like it might.
Amber's back in the chat, says, "Hey, let's party," and also, "Back off, man. We are scientists." Absolutely.
Oh,
All
man,
right,
the chat has been lit tonight.
real quick, we heard from Matt. If you could choose one right now, what would it be? Terry, we'll start with you.
I think that the wand spoon has my vote because I'm a really functional person. Like that looks like it would fit my hand okay at this age, hopefully. And I would definitely use that and also maybe have fun shooting you in the eye at lunchtime with the others in.
Hey.
Bryce, how about you?
I was actually going to segue into what Terry said. I was probably going to go with the wand. And, during SuperCon, when we got to be there really early and, I'm eating my cereal, I could fire that projectile toward Terry and, just smile and wave.
Wake up!
There you go. Pax, how about you, sir? You could choose one today. What would it be?
Honestly, like the look of the wand better too. Actually, I just think it looks more realistic than any of the other ones to me.
What detail? They didn't really go cheap on any of these designs. There's actually a decent amount of effort put into it. Everybody
The
in the
wand
chat,
looks
if
good.
you could choose one today, let us know what you would choose. What were you gonna say, Pax?
I said, yeah, they did the wand looks like they did a really good detail on.
They did a bang up job, and to quote John Hammond from another fandom of mine, Jurassic Park, they spared no expense.
There you
No
go.
love for the mini puff straw, though.
The Stay Puft straw looks awesome. I wish they would have put a little bit of color into that. I wonder why they
Yeah.
decided not to.
Exactly. To me, it seems like kind of an afterthought to the rest of these. If it was presented on its own, I don't know if it would feel that way. But when you have projectile wands, you have a functional PKE meter with the arms, a projectile tongue on a Slimer, the straw comes off as a bit of an afterthought. It's just, I'm being honest.
It's nothing a little bit of acrylic paint won't fix.
There you go. It will be a little activity for everybody, a little project. I'm going to go to the chat and then I'll also give an answer. Travis says he's loved the conversation. It's been great listening. Damon says he'll go with the wand spoon. Appreciate you and appreciate Travis with the comments. Amber says, or attack any ghost that get your cereal. Ooh,
Facts,
there you go.
facts.
And Amber says she's going to go with the PKE spoon. Robert says he'll go with the middle slimer. A good variety here. Scott's also going to go with the middle slimer.
I think
Interesting.
that's why our friends kiss him. I think.
David says it looks like Mr. Stay Puft is doing some pole dancing.
I know. Do I put a dollar bill in? I mean, what happens here?
Yeah. Where do I put my dollar?
Oh man, comment of the night right there. And Amber responds to Damon with a little side eye. You know what? I'm also gonna go with the PKE meter because I love that it slides. I feel like my 3-year-old daughter, who she loves her blue sort of mini PKE meter, but this would be a fun little toy for her that she could have a lot of fun with, just going around opening and closing it. So I'm gonna go with the PKE spoon as well. It's fantastic that they're releasing these items at the perfect time. Oh gosh.
But luckily, Stay Puft may not have to do that anymore because we do have student loan forgiveness. So don't have to
There
put
you
money
go.
through school anymore.
Oh man, just a young Puffed making its way in the world.
Oh, that's great. Robert wins the chat today. Robert wins.
I don't know how you pass
Amen.
that up.
Yeah.
Everybody's reacting in the chat right now. I love it. So many reactions going on. I love it.
That's what happens when you get South Dakota Ghostbusters on.
It's a
Yeah.
party, just like Amber said. It's a party.
You guys did bring the party. That's a fact.
Absolutely. Oh man, it's been a great episode. I knew this was gonna be a fun one. I'm so glad we finally got you guys on. We've been talking about this since really we started. That South Dakota was gonna be one of the first groups that we had on to talk about you guys. We love your stories. We love how passionate you are. Everybody in the chat, let the South Dakota Ghostbusters know how much you love them. They're a fantastic group. Go check them out at SuperCon. September 30th through October 2nd. And also, just look for them on social media. Find them on YouTube. Go to their YouTube channel. Find them on Facebook. Find out where else you can see them and how you can support them. Support your Ghostbusters chapters, folks. Support them. The chat's still going. Scott says, has to pay for all those mini puffs. Jesus.
Way to go, Scott.
Yeah.
Amber, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, and let's
Everybody's
remember
rolling.
Amber is one of our younger guests, so let's
Allegedly.
bring it back to
Allegedly.
PG.
We don't
Let's
know
bring it
that.
back to PG. As I drink a beer.
Allegedly. There you go. Drink the beer. It's been a fantastic episode. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Also, round of applause for the South Dakota Ghostbusters. Thank you guys for being with us. We love talking with you guys. Check out the Terror Dog. Vince.
I thought I was a terror dog.
No, you're just Terry.
You are. No, and also don't forget the hashtag Team Terry. Any Ghostbusters posts you make through the end of the week until Sunday, Team Terry. Hashtag Team Terry. We're going to take you to the moon, girl.
There you go. There you go. Amber says, don't worry about the PG-ness of the episode. Robert says, much love to the 605. See you soon. Travis with the round of applause. Appreciate everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. Amber also says, oh, yeah, that's the day I get released from COVID.
Wow.
Wish you a healthy and speedy recovery.
Yeah,
and Robert says, hashtag Team Bryce for life.
There we go.
Team Bryce.
I expect that from you too, Matt.
Hey, Bryce. Okay, we're friends outside of the show, so but on the show, I'm friends with Terry.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Scott says, continue
Look, the
being
chat
awesome.
is like,
South
they
Dakota
don't want us to end.
Ghostbusters.
Do you know what's
There-
going to be good in a few weeks? Is
What's gonna be
when the chat is lit like this and we're done like talking about stuff, we can just throw on Spirits Unleashed and just stream that.
Yep.
It's going to be lit. You guys stay tuned.
Robert says, hashtag Maddie B, don't play me.
Okay, yeah.
She
Final-
sleeps above the covers, 4 feet above the covers.
4
She barks,
feet.
she drools. There you go.
I made it so it's a sensor, so when you walk up, it'll growl and stuff. It has different sound files.
That's awesome.
That is amazing. That is amazing. What? I want to thank everybody in the chat. It's been an incredible stream. We're going to do this again every single week. We'll have a new chapter next week. Haven't found out who that's going to be yet, but we have a few options in mind. If you would like to highlight your chapter on the Ghostheads radio show, send us a message on Facebook. You can also send us an email on the contact page of our website at www.countdowntothegeekcast.com. For the Ghostheads radio show, my name is Ted, a.k.a. Steady. With me is my partner in crime, the one and only Maddie B.
We crushed another can, boys.
Yeah, go.
And round of applause for the South Dakota Ghostbusters. These guys are awesome.
We are ready to believe you.
Hey.
I love it. That's going to be our exit line every time now. Thank you, Terry. We're going to have to do that from now on. All right,
Hashtag Team Terry.
everybody on 3. We're ready to believe you. 1, 2, 3.
We're
ready
to
to believe you.
Oh, we'll work on
That was
that.
horrible.
Yeah.
We'll work
Have a good
All
night,
right.
everybody.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, real quick. Who are you gonna call? All right, end the show, Ted.